Hi everyone, McBeard here. It's been a little bit of time, so I thought I'd whip up a video for you tonight so we could hang out a little bit, YouTube family. It's been really busy. I've been planning for all the things that I'm doing in August. I'm doing the TGI Summer League. I have been invited to the Life Coach Gwent together, and I'm also, as you may or may not know, casting the Gamescom Gwent tournament. So there's been lots going on for me, but I definitely have time to hang out with you guys and show you a deck that I've been working on, just more so for fun. This is a fun deck, but it's definitely very satisfying when it works. It really just came around the Bae-senthessis buff. When she hit 9, I figured she's got to be okay at 9, right? So I've just been toying around with this deck here and there in my free time. I call it Bae-senthessis. Let's take a look at the deck. So I moved my camera over to this side of the screen, so it's much more easier to read the description of the cards, and I'll also try to take my time when going through the cards. And I'll try to sum this deck up very quickly. We're talking about Bae-senthessis, or Bae-senthessis. So this card is good in a long round when you've established the board with a large amount of units, and now there's this diversity of dwarves and elves that was added to her in the closed from the closed beta over to the public beta. So she's always been good in a long round. So the idea is we have a long round and we have a lot of units. To facilitate this, we have a lot of ways to pull units out of our deck and a lot of units that come out of our deck. So just starting off, the main thing is Elven Mercenary into First Light. Generally, it's a nice day out. Generally, you're always wanting to play Rally and to try to get as many units out of your deck as possible. And you want to mulligan the Blue Mountain Commandos back into the deck because they're much better coming out of a Rally. And when you have one of them in your hand, you have to play it first or else you risk a bad Rally. So generally, you're mulliganing these away. You're also mulliganing away a card like Aileron, which will come out when you get 5 elves. And that's pretty easy to do considering you get 3 for 1 when you pull one of these out. And you know, Sasuke comes out when you use your leader ability, so that's another card that's coming out. Also, there's Double Cross and Marching Orders are pulling units out of your deck as they are pulling the highest and lowest, respectively. And you'll see in my video, I'm running a tracker now. It's nice and big and colorful, so you can see it a little bit better on the video. But you should be able to follow along what units are coming out of what units are coming out of what cards, I guess. Barkley is another card that pulls units out. These are usual between Yarpin and Sheldon. Sheldon scraps, I know, but he's in the deck, but believe me, he's actually not that bad. So these are usually your Elzer's Double Cross targets. Either you're getting one from it and you have one in your hand, or you're getting them both out with Ethna with Elzer's Double Cross. Sheldon's actually pretty good even if you just hit the Blue Mountain Commandos. The key to this deck with Sheldon and ultimately Bae-senthessis is don't be too greedy. You're going to get a lot of value if you just pick a decent opportunity. Don't wait too long. Don't try to make the stars align. Usually you can play these for big value. You try to always get the best you can get. But that's kind of what it is with Sheldon Skaggs. But usually you can build a nice row. You can adjust the row with the Dwarven Mercenary. You can enhance your carryover units with Hawker Healer. And finally, your Mahakam Defenders. This is a kind of a hybrid dwarf deck. It's not really about abusing the Mahakam Defenders and carryover strength in general, but just using them as part of this package as they are threatening, and they represent, in a long round, a carryover into a round 2 in which you can have full control over. But it's also just a good package for the Elf-Dwarf package that you want to run with Bae-senthessis. So there's that as well. On top of that, this deck thins so incredibly well. It's the Siri Dash deck. Siri Dash, you're likely going to play her once at 9 and once at 12. Sasuke is long gone when you play Ethna, and Shiru, since some of these cards go dead because you have so few cards in your hand, you're happy turning a dead First Light or Marching Orders into a Scorch, or just not using it at all. But overall, this deck has a lot of power to fight for round 1, a lot of reach in a late round with Bae-senthessis, and you can usually keep the game within reach since you're mustering out a lot of units. You're buffing with Yarpin, you're buffing with the Hawker Healer. Sheldon Skaggs is a huge power play you can use mid-round. It's a great deck. I'm hoping to get a nice majestic game for you. Bae-senthessis can get pretty big. I do have footage of a 12 strength Bae-senthessis coming down, dealing 9 damage. So that was a really, really good one. So hopefully we can get something like that as we jump into a game here. Let's see what we can do. And this is actually a 10 strength unit, for the record. For the record, 10 strength unit. Ooh. You know, I didn't know if this was going to be a highlight video, but I think it just became one.
What do you want?
At least I showed the deck efficiency. All right, folks, we're trying to get a game with a big, say, synthesis play. So just watch the cards melt out of the deck
Need end in bloodshed.
and watch the dragon take the
There will
round.
be no negotiation.
That's what I want to happen. I believe in Bae-senthessis. We have her in her hand. That's important. It's really important to play her to actually have her in your hand. So there's that part, which is good. Which is good. This hand is actually very good. I would actually just mulligan this away because I want to draw them out with a rally. It just kind of helps. Basically, if the Blue Mountain Commander's in my hand, I have to play it first or else I'm going to have a bad rally. Gonna have a bad time. Do I like this hand okay? I mean, I'm fine just I'd rather just pull out. I have 2 more mulligans. I don't want to get stuck with Eilerin or Saskia. Okay, good. Good. And we win the coin flip, which is always nice.
At last.
Interesting. Well, that could have been worse, I suppose. I do have to play this first.
I'll feed you to the crows.
Do have to play that first. This is a mill deck, I guess? It's a good thing I have Siri Dash, but boy, do I have to draw her. Mill deck versus thin deck. Always, always the best matches, I think, some of these matches. It's got Dodge Dimeridium Shackles for Siri Dash.
Let us see.
Oh, wow, heavy hitter. Coming in with Cantrell immediately. I just met her and she's already coming over. Clinger alert. I mean, thinning the deck is really important, but I may actually just get thinned here. 11 points? No problem for Morvran. I think I'm just going to play like the stuff that should start to threaten him and maybe question what he's allowed to happen here. Like, surprise, it is a dwarf deck. You play the elves first, right? You play the elves first. Some assumptions go out the window. And then you drop those dwarves, and Yarpen's like, he's asking about your Bahukis, and you just, hold on. I thought this was an elf deck. I thought this was a control deck over here.
I'm impressed.
Ooh. It hath been revealed. Let's get a bunch of stuff up on this row here for Sheldon. But we'll thin at every available opportunity, right?
A storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can.
Okay.
A storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can.
Oh, my little egg.
Pretty good turn. Pretty good turn. I think we're in good shape to not be overtaken here. Depends on if he wants to commit spotters and stuff. But I don't think, now that he's reversed the coin flip with Cantarella, I'm just not letting the lead go. I think that's how I feel about it. And with carryover, I actually am in that powerful position. Marching orders will pull Barclay Elves, which will in turn pull a Mahakam Defender. I should probably split this row up, though, if I was expecting there to be any sort of
Who is to die?
wild repercussions here. All right. So that did happen. Now that's locked, so Skag's got a tiny, tiny bit worse. Tiny bit worse. I don't want to be greedy with Skags at all. I should take this. It's fine. Because I get lacerated and he just kind of gets he ends up being like, he's already shelled and scraps, We don't want to see him. We don't want to see him get any worse. So we'll just play Skags here. It may actually force the pass, which is fine with me. I'm going down a card probably no matter what. But this is a pretty insane play. When he gets to move that many people, when he gets to move 8 people around. So if you're keeping track about, say, Synthesis, which our opponent might actually be keeping track of, the lock doesn't change the race. So it's an 11-point. It's an 11-point card doing 6 damage.
If it's peace you desire, prepare for war.
He's just peeping my hand. No foot soldiers here. He's just peeping my hand. All right, let's get these Mahakam Defenders out.
Get the move on, lads. Look alive.
So Shiro definitely has a score. Like, Shiro's probably going to be... this will pull the first light into the last defender, and then Shiro, when I draw him, will be able to turn Alzur's into a Scorch, because it'll be dead. But that's okay.
All is in place.
Show me the world. Show me the world. Oh, yeah. Okay.
A storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can.
Mahakam!
All right. He can't push me out of this round, though. Not with Not with... Is this the game? Will this be the
If
game?
anyone asks, you've not seen me.
Maybe this is the game. Eilerin is not... even with Eilerin in my hand as a limp play. Okay. I wonder if he'll decoy Ox. Probably decent to develop those first. I mean, we know K here is like whatever, right? Unless he has 3 scorpions in his hand or something, like...
And I'll behave, I promise.
Interesting. Well, the thing is, that's not my win con, though, right? It's not my win condition. I'm 28 points ahead right now, so... It's not my win condition. I could have moved one, I suppose, if I anticipated Letho, but I didn't anticipate Letho. Could have D-bomb, though. In which case... I'll need as many bodies on the board for the final play of Bae-senthessis. Bae-senthessis. That was a rude Letho, though. D-bomb might be pretty upsetting, right? Like, Ethna's pretty much dead unless I lacerate for 9. But I'll just limp.
Humans to the sea!
I'll limp with that one. I'm looking at K here like, whatever, right? 4 points, and you can get to look at my lacerate. There's the D-bomb. I'm still ahead. I'm still ahead, my friend. We have not even begun to dance. So he's showing me... So he's got 2 spotters in there? I do have a dead card I can't play, which is Elzer's Double Cross. Alright, let's go Bae-senthessis. Let's just hit Cynthia for as much as we can. 11-point gold, deal 8 damage. It's okay, right?
As you wish.
Why would he let it... Why would he do this, I wonder? Show me. He has to show me, right? He doesn't have to. No, he doesn't have to. But he is showing me. He's showing me how doomed my existence is, my miserable existence. So he's showing me that I have to basically push forever. But problem with this is that. That's the problem with this, is that. The problem with this is that. So how many points do I really have here? I've got 9 with the Merc. I've got another 9 with the Lacerate. And then I've got another 12, 21 points. He has way more than that. But I lose to all that stuff in later rounds. So I need to basically play every ting.
Ah, they used tired my tongue about that.
So whatever row, I mean, maybe he actually lines up the Lacerate row, but he's not going to. I don't think he'll give me 4 things ever hit. Except he just did. But that's the row that's worse anyway, because that's only 8, and these are 9 row. This is a 9 row. I'm going to make him have to play everything, and then it's going to be top deck time. And believe me, my 3 gold cards looking pretty nice.
Warum?
He has to play the other spotter, too, so it's good.
Hold the lines!
So Bae-senthessis, I think, actually helped quite a bit here.
Nothing human.
Okay, so hold on here. This is 8, and that one is 7, so I want to hit this one here. Well, that's 7, too, so it doesn't matter. That's 7, too. So he has to play... Oh, he can't. Well, he knows my last card is dead. Does he know that?
Must triumph.
No, I mean, I know that he can't make up the difference, though, so that's the funny part, that he even played that card. That he even played that Nilfgaardian Knight was a misplay on my opponent's side. He knew he couldn't make it up, and he knew that I knew. But I didn't know that he knew. So I have a pretty great feeling about this. About this. This is exactly what I wanted, right? So I play Suri Dash, and I peace out. But I don't even do that, because he has the spotter, and I'm going to have a Scorch coming up. Maybe I push it.
Ho ho, I sense trouble.
Maybe I push it. I have to play that, though. That's the thing.
There's been a mistake. I'm no mage.
Don't be a foot soldier. He has to play another card? We're in business, my friends. We are in business. Even if he still had a Nilfgaardian Knight in his hand, I think I'd still be pretty confident about this, playing a 10 out of 12 and a Scorch. Confident that my hand is better than... Like, I don't think that's a very big card. I don't think that's a big card.
Are yours to command.
Well, it was all bricked, which I'm really happy I passed on, because that would have been a free draw for him. So I stumped him twice there. I stumped him twice. I guess I couldn't have asked for it to go any better for this particular game, so we're going to show this game. I feel bad about my opponent's play into the Nilfgaardian Knight, but honestly, I think that that's probably, like... I think that's probably, like, fine, I guess? I don't know.
Oh, how lovely it burns. Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
And we got it.
Yield and save me some time.
We got it. Pushed a little bit too hard. It looked grim. It looked really grim there, but I think this really showcased the power of the deck. I really do think so. Because that was a lot of points. That was a mountain of points. We'll see what we can do here.
I respect nothing human.
We'll see what we can do here. Blacklist this. Saskia. So we'll get rid of Saskia and hope not to draw Eilerin. We'll take it. We'll play nice and quickly, though. We don't want to get any more forfeits, folks. Or else I'll be forced to take this unranked. I'll do it. I'll do it. Sheldon, Yarpin is the pull for Elzers, so we'll do that. It's possible, I mean, I'm not showing the forfeit games, but sometimes the people who forfeit just think that this is a Dwarves deck and they just go ahead and pass. Pass on playing. They just don't even want to play it. So I'll actually just maybe give him some hope that if he doesn't have the answers for Dwarves, he may still beat me, because it is actually not a Dwarf deck.
No!
It just has Dwarves in it.
Our shields are our ramparts!
Very interesting. Well, ruins any lacerate. Extra value I could have gotten from that, I suppose. We would do it. We'd get it if we got marching orders. Marching orders could be Barclay as well. Let's see what we get.
Have strength, my love.
Wanna whip my axe?
Since we're on the good side of the coin, at least, winning is in our best interests. Going down a card.
I can help you if you wish.
That's it. Good.
I mean, since we are on the good side of the coin, we don't have to always, like, be dominating here. Let's just rally this out here.
Oh my.
We're within reach. I think that's the important part. Probably just marching orders after this.
You only live once.
We may pass, though. We may pass. I don't think I'm going to pass, though. I think I'm probably just going to play the marching orders. I could also just play Skags, honestly. Like, it's better with the Blue Mountain Commandos, and we may just draw into them. I'll just lacerate now. I feel like that's the lowest commitment thing I have. May not have a great opportunity to do it again. It's possible he just wants to get out of this round.
Do I look like a smudger to you?
No, he just wanted the discard, I guess. Let's just check his graveyard, see what we're looking at here. Sarius is in there. He does have one Queen's Guard showing, just one. It's very interesting. Cashed in on a Johnny card. So Siri Dash, I think Siri Dash may still be a possibility. So we're going to get back into fighting for this round here. Get the
Have
Merc.
strength, my love.
Hopefully not into the last Merc, as it is dead. There we are.
I'll feed you to the crows.
We got Eilerin out as well. Putting it all in the front row is also an opportunity, I suppose, for a better Sheldon Skaggs. So we lose out on 4 points there, but Coral's also a concern, right? Especially when we get this far ahead and he absolutely feels like he needs to win the round. He may drop something high commitment like Coral. He might.
Sit at my table and let's drink.
Probably do Sheldon pass, honestly. I think Sheldon's Sheldon into this is about an 18-point play. It's about 18 points with the buffs on the mercs. On the Blue Mountain Commandos, I mean, to say. It is 18 points, isn't it? Or so.
Praise be the bravest.
Alternatively, we could just play the dwarfs. Establish more carryover and then use Skags to close it. I think that might actually be good too.
Double hole!
We just improved the next round a little bit more, and we're pushing them further away here. Skags is a pretty good play. Ah, interesting. Got the last merc, the best possible thing he could have taken, because I didn't want it anyway. That's great. So let's just go ahead and just play our last dwarf here, because I think we can actually win this round. I mean, it's pretty hard to beat us, right? The marching orders hits Barkley, which hits the dwarven merc, which leaves us with 2 cards left in our hand, both Saskia and Dragon and in human form. We're going to get Siri Dash back into the deck. Plus Sheldon Skaggs is very potent. It's 8, 4, then plus another 6.
Modron Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
For 18 down here. 14 up here. If I actually was really worried about Coral, I probably
Everything
would want to
all right?
bounce this row. You know what? If I was really worried about Coral, I'd honestly bounce this row. This row is better to bounce because, you know, this would probably these would end up just going up here anyway, right? Did I miss something here?
Aye, aye, soon as I finish my pint.
So, well, the Coral row ends up being the middle row, I suppose. But it's not nearly as bad as it would be if I bounced all the BMCs up into the front row. And we end up taking it with that as well. So our draws are supreme. This is a game where Bae-senthessis will probably not excel a lot, as many of the best games that I got actually ended up. I mean, getting Barkley L's would be so good. It would be so good to get Barkley L's. Because I'm passing here, right? Oh, baby. All right. Now we pass here. And then we would hope to draw into... If we draw into Saskia or Dwarven Mercenary, we mulligan it.
You're good.
I guess it's a 1 in 3 chance.
Needs a good slapping.
I guess if we end up with a dead card, we just turn it into a Scorch, and then we can play Ethna for a second Scorch. And then it'll be really hard for him to get points at that point. His queen cards are weak. Weak! But Bae-senthessis is the draw. The deck basically came together perfectly, except for the part where Bae-senthessis is a little on the low side. But Sheldon Skaggs accomplished the same thing, the thing that I wanted to accomplish. So, and Coral, I don't even know why I'm looking at this and wasting time here. And Coral is going to be weak as well because there's really nothing for it to hit. I mean, we will have a lineup. Barkley Elves will pull a Merc, which will end up... Oh, man, Johnny got Saskia. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. We'll play our vulnerable units last.
Yield and save
I wonder if this ends up being a Cambi deck.
Yield and save me some time.
We just want to lessen the value on Coral, so we don't want to play these units. So I think we just go ahead and just play Shiru, but the Scorch is likely not going to be worth as... I wonder. I really wonder. I think I'm happier just having the points that Barkley's going to give us.
Oh, how lovely it burns.
It's probably better that way because if the Queensguard being as weak as they are, it's just not the power play that I'm super scared of.
I shan't let you down.
We'll see if I can actually... and, you know, Saskia's just going to be 11. Just going to be 11. Looks like Ethna's just going to end up being a Lacerate. I suppose that's fine, isn't it?
Mahakam! Now we must stick together.
So now you can Coral this. You can Coral this for, what is that, 8 points?
May Modron Freyr watch us and keep us.
If his Queensguard, I'll Lacerate the row, and that'll be pretty perfect for me.
Modron Freyr is patient.
Daisy
Brooks
Chains.
no insult.
There we go.
Pansy.
So there's my Lacerate hit.
Pansy. I'm ready.
Sarius is there. Sarius is there. This is going to be a close one. Now, do I sacrifice a point thinking that he has a decoy or something like that?
We'll win.
Even if it's like Armor Smith or something crazy like that?
I respect nothing human.
This may be the end of the game, honestly. 1 point. Sacrificing 1 point here. Will it be the point? Considering that Bae-senthessis is 11.
I suppose. In the end.
We're good, we're good. Oh, there is a ping here. There is a ping. Kashuru is an elf. I'll take it. I'll take it. Full disclosure, guys, it was tough to get this video finished because I ran into non-stop forfeits. Forfeit, 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 and then we'd get games where we wouldn't draw Bae-senthessis, and then we would get a weird game where my opponent misplayed very badly, and you know, it ended up just kind of being like, you know, the game just it almost felt like a concede. We saw, I mean, in my recordings, we got, you know, a couple of really big ones. So what I can say is that I could probably just take this into rank mode to see if it actually can compete, but you get an idea of how the deck works. You can see where the strength lies, you know, what you would get from Bae-senthessis if you just keep track of the elves and the dwarves. You basically know that it's always going to be, you know, X bodied for X amount of damage. I just think it's a lot of fun. I usually always enjoy running Siri Dash decks, and when I can meme it a little harder and then put in Bae-senthessis, I'm pretty happy about it. So hope you enjoyed the deck guide. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Try it out sometime. It's actually really good. See if you can play with the list. Maybe you can make it even better than this. I believe in you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care.